Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your third quarter. That's July, August, and September of this year reading. I have laid out the cards. I will not be clarifying, but I want to get started with your overall energies using two decks to get a feel for the next quarter. The Ten of Swords is describing an absolute full stop ending. Not only the ending of some patterns, some behaviors, even relationships or events that have been repetitive and that are not balanced, that have not served you, that are not bringing you your needs or desires, and are instead expending all of your energy in supporting the needs and desires of others. There is a way in which your compliance with the demands of others has actually ended the you that others see you to be. You are releasing that old you. You're letting it die away. You're allowing it to end so that, in fact, you can be reborn. And this is deeper than the superficial events or relationships that have facilitated this ending. This is also about the beliefs, the vision you have seen of yourself through the eyes of others. You are rejecting, you're releasing, and you're letting it go. In the Guardian of the Night Tarot deck, an overall energy for this quarter is the Nine of Swords. Very interesting. So it's part of your release is allowing yourself to experience the very difficult regrets, remorse, the sense of loss, the sense of betrayal from those to whom you believed you served yourself. You offered the best of your uh, sense of responsibility, the best responses in order to help others, that has instead netted you with a sense of inauthenticity and betrayal from those you served. And really owning that pain has been part of what you're allowing yourself to experience. What you masked in the past with good behavior, good deeds, good intentions, you're now, as you release that, allowing yourself to really be healed by the release of these emotions. The healing and cleansing that's coming as you allow yourself to mourn these actions, you allow yourself to forgive yourself as you have undoubtedly forgiven others. The ability to forgive yourself is much more difficult because you have a higher expectation of yourself. Your vision of you is what you're allowing to activate, and in many ways, you know better. And yet, there is a fair amount of shame, disappointment, and loss as the result of this really facing up to the damage that you feel you've done yourself and allowing others to use, manipulate, or um, choose them rather than choosing yourself. In July, we have the Temperance card, the past of July, the Magician, and the King of Cups. This is really showing a real sense of allowing yourself to be patient with this phenomenal release you're undergoing. And you're seeing the bigger picture of how this release, how opening yourself up, exposing your vulnerability, finding a way to narrate or tell the story of how you've actually overcome this challenging situation, is what is allowing your emotional maturity to heal you, to soothe you, to give yourself the time and the space to actually be patient with yourself in this really major cycle that you're undergoing. This is particularly relevant to Pisces in the area of your home, your foundation, your roots. You're actually gaining a new sense, a more realistic sense of your ancestry, your family story, and you're really allowing yourself to change that, to initiate, to allow your vision of who you are to be reborn, to gather its authentic strength as you now are grasping for that vision of who you are in your eyes. Your standard is based on this connection you have with your higher self. And it is that higher self that is telling you that as you heal this old story, you now know that you're capable of your fuller potential. You're capable of pursuing those dreams, those things that illuminate you, inspire you, allow you to express yourself as you truly are. There's a self acceptance here. And so this really is about opening up and building this new reborn self out of this long experience of emotional maturation, no longer leaning on others, depending on others to validate you. And that's part of what you are releasing as you realize that that amount of effort that you offered, that you sacrificed to others, did not gain you the acceptance of who you were, did not see you as capable of more than providing those needs and desires for others. In August, we have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. I like this because this is the past, this is the future. Here we are in the present here. And so the Knight of Swords really has you building on this emotional maturity that you are gaining. And this is bolstering your clarity, the illumination into what your assumptions were in the past, those beliefs that others grounded who you were in. You are now curious about the way that you had invested in the beliefs of others. You're now challenging your assumptions and understanding that you are capable of so much more. And this is moving from a really deep emotional trajectory where you perhaps, as the illumination of this sacrifice that you made, this lack of validation you were consistently um, uh, uh, putting yourself in the position of, exposing yourself to, was really just understanding that in fact you did have dreams, beliefs, fantasies, ideas about options that you are only now coming into an experience with. These dreams are the range of things from your authentic path forward to the things that would make you feel a sense of justification or even revenge. Um, that has perhaps confused you in this real process of releasing deep emotional wounds and really holding them up into your consciousness to examine them. Those have been replaced by now your willingness in August to really look at the things and the times in your life when you were really who you were, those connections that allowed you to express your natural talents and gifts on the basis of the pure joy and pleasure, the pure play and creativity involved, so that you're recalling, or you can even be physically reconnecting with some event or relationship from your past that is uh, recalling a time of clarity, of joy, of action that was unprepared, unplotted, that was authentic in as much as it was a pure expression of who you are. And you're really trying to recapture that sense. You understand that who you are, your path, is already within you. And through the various experiences perhaps that you have been having, you have lost that sense of your own unique joy and capacity, or lost sight of that. In September, we have the King of Swords. So this is really describing your evolution along the path of the pursuit of your truth, to your place of curiosity, seeking out more information, opening up to new ideas, to a place of really actively engaging in conversation, in negotiation, in fact finding that helps you to see what the possibilities actually are, what those ideas are that are now displacing the old set of beliefs that you once clung to unconsciously in many ways. You're not even aware of how you were investing in other people's inaccurate or false sense of who you were. And you're instead nurturing that sense of that openness, that ability to uh, um, think your reality, think the desired reality that you want into being, understanding that your thoughts control and create that reality. The Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups are clarifying this. And there's an interesting pattern just in July, August, and September where you are actually evolving your emotional maturity and your capacity for pleasure and joy. So, Pisces, as someone very tuned in, sensitive to the energies around you, you're really selecting those energies, that place of creativity, of imagination that is clearly going to help you uncover your truth, the steps on your path. Make the alliances that allow you to speak that truth that really reflects where you desire to go. The Nine of Cups is indeed in September showing, and the Ten of Cups, really this place of finding real harmony within and harmony within your environment. The harmony within is the satisfaction that you are cultivating your own garden. You're developing your skills, your talents, your ideas in ways that give you a sense of satisfaction and contentment, that you know how to do what's best for you. You know how to invest in yourself so that you are capable of identifying those relationships and opportunities that really resonate with your goals, your independence. It's interesting that as you gain the sense of independence, that is intricately involved in the community and the environment that you desire for yourself. You have a vision of a better world, and you have, and for many of you, experienced that. You've even come from an experience of a sharing, loving, resourceful community that values who you are and the capacity for caring and creating that is not commonly accepted as a status of a well lived life. That's something you're constructing for yourself and recognizing in the relationships and opportunities you have around you. But joy is yours, pleasure is yours. You understand that whatever you achieve means nothing without the satisfaction, the joy, and the pleasure of that is reflected in a bountiful world. And that is so much of what you bring in whatever service capacity you operate, whatever way that you connect with others and bring that sense of unity and joy, creativity into your environment. That's what serves you. That's what is helping you to process this really deep change that you're undergoing. And of course, understanding that none of this change happens in a linear fashion, right? I like to equate the healing cycle to a spiral, upwardly turning spiral. So we return to those lessons, those illuminations that are important to us. And of course, I pulled patience. This is an opportunity for me to ask if you are enjoying this video, Pisces, that you will like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment if you are so inclined to do so. I love hearing your thoughts and I appreciate your appreciations. And from the Hummingbird Tarot, I pulled Ruby Throat. Speak, write, create. The world needs to hear your song. I'm going to finish up this and I'm going to read the Patience card. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And this is really mirroring the energy of the Temperance card right now. This place where you are giving yourself all the space and time you need to process the tremendous changes you're making at an unconscious and conscious level. And from the Yogic Path Oracle, I pulled Kriya, and I'm going to look that up and read to you what the guidebook says. This is effortless flow, and this is so appropriate to you, Pisces. Life feels like a river that you're graciously floating down with ease. You're on the path to your Dharma, highest purpose, and doors are opening for you. One connection leads to another, and things are moving at high speed. Don't feel overwhelmed. This is how life is meant to be experienced. When you are in this effortless flow, everything requires far less effort. The universe is propelling you in the direction of your Dharma and providing you with assistance to fulfill the very important role you play. You no longer have to push, but rather can surrender to the greater forces at play. Keep up the flow and don't lose sight of your greater goal, uplifting the vibration of this planet. Thank you so much, Pisces, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.